Oh, wow. Yes. Well, there was music in my family, so the earliest musical came from my mother's tummy. You know, that's pretty early. Yeah, but as far as my own life goes, I think I had a wonderful teacher who later became my stepfather, and the earliest memory I have of playing for him is playing and he being very happy with what I did and giving me a star for my music. So I have music with the stars in it for when I did well. So that is my earliest memory, I think. But that was on the violin. The piano, however, I started at 3.5. So, and my aunt was a wonderful teacher in Istanbul, and so I have pictures of me playing Gradus Parnasum. Yes, I have a picture, and I can't reach the pedal. So I'm like this. So, and I have pictures to remember that with. So that is the earliest piano memory. The earliest violin memory is the one with the stars. Years later, actually. I think it was never really in question. I loved music right away. I thought I was going to be a pianist because I did that from age 3.5 till about 16, and I started the violin when I was around 8, 9, and continued both of them for a while. And I loved playing with other people, like in orchestra. And I think that was the decision I made to play the violin. And my mother was an artist, my father was an artist, so they both were professional musicians. And so for me, it was just, I just fell into it. It was not, I should do this, I liked practicing. And my mother always had to make my sister practice, but for me, she said, I just went to it by myself. So I think it was, playing chamber music that really got me to love what I was going to be doing in my life. I think out of anything that I do, that is my first love, musically. I think that, being a soloist is fine, and being in orchestra, sometimes I did some concertmaster, different places, including New Haven, Seattle, Juilliard, all those places. But chamber music is my first love, and it always was at least 60-70% of my career, even at the beginning. And I think my association with the Chamber Music Society of Lincoln Center since 1979, a long time. So that really got me to just absolutely adore what I was doing. And so lucky, I went to a concert when I was a student at Juilliard. I went to a Chamber Music Society concert, and I looked up and I said, this is the job. This is the best job I could possibly get. You're home, New York, and you're playing with great people, and you're playing incredible music. So that sold me. I do have one that I remember. The first time I played Verklärte Nacht by Schoenberg, I was so incredibly moved by the music and the experience of playing it that this was at Lincoln Center, I got off the stage and I was in tears. I was actually crying from the emotion of the piece. I couldn't go back for a curtain call. I was just totally teared up, and the people were clapping, and I was like, I can't do it. But I ended up going out, but I was like totally, people saw that I'd been crying. So I think that is one of those, it happens a few times in your life. That was the one that I remember at this point, just thinking back on the emotion of that work and playing with people and colleagues that were so wonderful.
lastly?
Well, first of all, the Haydn is a wonderful piece. It is lively. It is. It's so beautiful, and slow movement is wonderful. The minuet is dance-like. People should dance in the aisles. So that piece is fabulous. One of my favorite chamber music pieces is the Schumann Quintet that we're going to be doing, and I think just about everything in that piece I love. The scherzo, the end of the last movement, those are moments, the fugue at the end of the last movement is so much fun to play, to listen to as well. So I love that. The return of the first ending of the first movement, I love that when it comes back to and I hope we do the first ending. So then the beautiful slow movement, which is again such a conversation, and the very difficult little scherzo movement in the middle with so those are all moments that I love. One of the great things about live chamber music is watching the the reaction to each other on stage, and the looks, and sometimes the smiles, sometimes sometimes laughter even comes into it. Somebody does something fun, and you tend to. And I think that's the thing about live watching close up, which I think this will be. I think you'll be able to see so much of what we're thinking and what we're doing and how we react to each other. And I look forward to that always.